Hey, how's it going there, ladies and gentlemen? So, I just want to work on my anime YouTube channel again, so just a little something for me to do, get my mind off a bit stuff in life and all that. So, I want to talk about One Piece. I'll be talking about the One Piece manga, so anime only. I'm sorry. The last time I saw the anime was Zoro versus Pika. But I'm caught with the manga and Egghead Island. So if you guys want to get spoiled, so so I want to talk about. I've been watching. I've been watching theories and all that ever since Four Never World, Double Four anime, Tekken 101, Sawyer Mage, Glass Reflection, and all those guys like start. Actually, I started watching when Hunter x Hunter remastered. That's when I started like watching like anime reviews and all that. I believe so. Yeah, around that area. And sorry, got off topic there, but I want to talk about the One Piece manga. So I've been seeing like a bunch of theories and all that. A lot of them have been shut down like lately just because of all the stuff. Like the one about Emu being a girl that got confirmed in the anime. That was a high like a deep voiced dude. And I do want to talk about this the secret weapon one of these the ancient weapon one of these days, the one that's in possession of the Emu, because that's a big one. Because Crocodile said there's one in Alabasta, so that means the world government doesn't have it, and then the other one's at Wano. So that means it could be 2v1 with ancient weapons, right? I don't know. Or FNL has something to say about that. So where we left off in the manga, Kuma just arrived on the island. Everyone's trying to stop him after Akainu failed to stop him. So he just ran rampage through Egghead Island and went up to Saint Garcia and grabbed his arm, saved his daughter Julie Bonnie, and was preparing to punch him with a full hockey fist with the paw fruit at Saint Garcia. And Saint Garcia's like, "Ooh, it's gonna hurt." So I'm not gonna lie, I don't want Saint Garcia to like get defeated. I'm not gonna lie. Like I know we're at the end game, but for the longest time we thought the villain would be like Blackbeard or something like that, or that after a while would be Rocks, because the girls say we didn't know if they were like powerful being. Well, we know now, but we didn't know if they're just like people that just have high authority and like no power. But no, it's obvious that they're on demon time. So yeah. So I don't want them to lose because it's like they for the history standpoint in the Void Century, they united all these kingdoms together. They united all these powers to go up against one enemy. So this is gonna cover two of my points. One is a robot in the Egghead Island, and two Saint Garcia. Saint Garcia being this old, like I cannot imagine him just being like a successor from like someone from the Void Century. Like if he actually went through the Void Century and went through all that trouble, I expect him to be extremely powerful, and I expect this is not the first time he went up against Joy Boy. Like when he saw Luffy's form, he was like Joy Boy. Like it wasn't like a deep panic when Kuma's coming to punch him in the fucking face. But yeah. So I don't want Saint Garcia to lose, but he will get roughed up. So, but what I want to see happen is like that giant robot in Egghead Island. I've been seeing theories about this too and all that. How it's like woken up to the drum beat of Luffy's heart the second time, which is the odd part, unless Oda just forgot something there. But the interesting part about that is when I first thought when I first saw the ancient robot waking up in Egghead Island, my first thought was that's gonna defeat the main enemy of Egghead Island, because I don't know, in my head, whatever opponent went up against the world government in the Void Century, they were powerful people, because if we're including these ancient weapons and all that shit, like, so in my head I was kind of hoping like that robot, once he comes up and like Saint Garcia and sees it, he kind of like has like sweats and is like, no way, not you again, and that kind of just save that like kind of like holds the line for like Luffy and Dr. Vegapunk and everyone else to escape, while Saint Garcia and the Marines deal with that robot. Because I don't know, dude, that robot has to be powerful, because Vegapunk, he tried to make a replication of that robot, but Kizaru destroyed it with one kick beam. So, or he like kicked Luffy like through it actually. So, what they did with Bonnie, I thought was really what they did with Bonnie, I thought was really weird. Um, I thought there was theories about her originally being a kid, especially when we entered Egghead Island and she was in the water. And she was released. I don't know how she didn't drown. Um, she was in the form of her child self. I think she's 10 in the manga, if I remember right. Now, I don't know if you got me in the right time with the feels and all that, or just because I'm in a like really interesting like part of my life right now. But when I read Kuma's whole backstory and just like and just the whole thing with Joy Bonnie and all that, like that part just ended. Like it literally just ended. Like that hit me hard, like really harder than it should have. A lot of people reacted differently. Like people in Japan honestly didn't like it, especially the NTR stuff between Kuma and Joy Bonnie's mom. There's no way I forgot the name, dude. Hold on, give me a second. I'm sorry, but yeah, I did see fan a lot. There's a lot more fanfic of Kuma being happy with Joy Bonnie and Joy Bonnie's mom, and just all three of them together, just hugging together, just eating together, sitting by a campfire together, stuff like that. But where was I going with this? I'm off topic. Oh yeah, the NTR stuff. So people were like saying that NTR stuff was like too much, or it was just like way too depressing and all that, or like the situation of Joey Bonnie. But I thought it was handled like very like I was expecting once we got to the end game of One Piece. Like there's a lot of dark themes. Like we have slavery from the fishmen to the humans and the Holy Land and all that. We have islands just being blown up, just being erased from existence, or people are taken to the Holy Land as like a royal tribute and shit like that. So there's gonna be some dark themes, and we also have Dragon, and then we also have the stuff from 800 years ago, the Void Century, and all these. I mean, we saw the weapons. One of the ancient weapons destroyed an entire island. So I'm not gonna spoil. Well, actually, I will spoil it in the manga. Like I don't know the whole thing with Sabo. Like I do want Sabo to shine more. Like I feel like we need to see more of Sabo because he's like the shining star of like the revolution. So I kind of was like I don't know. I feel like we need to see more of him what he's been doing lately to like spark that flame. Nah. Sorry, off topic again, but like when I saw Saint Garcia first see Luffy in his Gear Fifth form, he was like Nika. Like he wasn't like Nika. Like he wasn't like shivering or anything like that or scared. Like I am still expecting like when the ancient robot comes, like Saint Garcia will just start like sweating a little bit. I do believe Kuma will hit Saint Garcia hard because this will be like the first time Saint Garcia has been hit in a while. But I don't believe it's going to do anything too bad. But the thing is, Kuma, he's strong. Like he can send a force blast threat in a whole entire island. So yeah. Uh, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I think the next island isn't Elbaf because it's been foreshadowed that way. But with these last few chapters, it feels like Oda's gonna slip something right in between there, right before we get to Elbaf. Now it could be like NL, it could be Vivi, it could be the what's going on in the Holy Land right now. It could be what's going on with Shanks. Well, yeah, it's here Shanks, but it's like I feel like Oda is going to slip one more thing right before we get into Elbaf, just because of Emu. When Emu arrived, it did feel kind of out of place to me, even though there was that whole empty throne shit. But when Emu arrived, I do feel like a lot of people did feel this too. It's kind of like the Kaguya thing, where it's like, this villain at the very last second of the story. But I don't know. When I saw, I did see a clip in the anime where Emo was like doing his little dance thing when he's about to blow up the island. So I did see that part, just like a little clip. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Another thing is to Gear Fifth Luffy. I do believe like Oda's still like testing out what he can do with his powers, because when Luffy when Luffy first went Gear Five, he grabbed Kaido with his giant ass arm out of a Skull Island, picked him up. What else did he do? He like picked him up. He like laughed. I think he like smacked him like back and forth a few times and all that. But here he went up against Rob Lucci, and that was I did feel like a little bit underestimated. But he did like goof around, like he was moving his head around, smiling, pretending to be asleep and all that. But I don't feel like Luffy right now. Like even though Luffy's powerful, he's a Yonko. But I don't think he should be able to defeat Saint Garcia just because of the history of like if it was that easy, then why didn't Kaido, why didn't Big Mom, why didn't Whitebeard do anything? So I still like there are the generals and all that. It's just I don't know. I'll tell you what I think then. If Saint Garcia does lose to let's say Kuma, or if he doesn't lose to Kuma because Kuma's they're only there to protect Bonnie. Let's say he gets defeated. Actually, yeah. Let's say he gets well, not killed. Let's say he gets like knocked down by Kuma or Luffy. So sorry. Like this isn't the first time like they went up against like Joy Boy. This is not the first time. So and the thing that I have going with me right now though is they keep saying no matter what we do, the devil fruit always finds its way to get away from us. So maybe they have not seen like Joy Boy indirectly, I don't know. Sorry, I'm like going over the place now, but this is one. It goes on with the will of the devil fruits. There was a couple of theories for a time where people saying devil fruits are alive. There's many ways to predict that. People were saying like with the swords of fruit of that one dude in Ennie's lobby, where like turned into an elephant. How that's like a living like incarnation of the devil fruits of will or something like that. But I think it's only for Zoans. So, but that was a zone fruit. So I just wanted to talk about One Piece. There's a lot of shit going on right now. I wanted to get my YouTube channel going. I kind of like, I don't know. But yeah. I want to talk more about One Piece. So I talked about Saint Garcia, talked about Luffy, talked about Joy Bonnie, talked about Kuma. Um, Now, so we talked about Ancient Robot, and here's one. I want to. Here's the thing. Vegapunk wants to escape from Egghead Island and go with Luffy. So that means this is what I'm thinking. Unless something does like slip in the middle, like Luffy's gonna bring the smartest man in the whole world to Elbaf, where Shanks is, where the land of the giants are. So it's like, oh man. So that is like a big prep for something like it's supposed to be like the year of the Shanks. I have not seen Film Red. I have been spoiled by some stuff like Uta's nightmare and all that, but that's about it. And how Shanks and Luffy defeat the final boss, but that's about it. But it's like towards the end of the Egghead Island. So what I'm thinking is like Saint Garcia's gonna get hit by Kuma, and then they're gonna have like one last like little shindig. Kizaru, I totally forgot to talk about Kizaru. Okay, Kizaru is like he's my favorite animal. Uh, by the way, if you guys don't take care of your teeth, this will happen. So I'm gonna check on the 23rd, but make sure to take care of your teeth. Sorry to throw that in there, but it's just like heavy shit. So Kizaru, I thought it was kind of odd for Oda to throw Kizaru. Like when we saw Kuma, Julie Bonnie, dude, what's that sumo wrestler's name again? Oh, and Vegapunk and Kizaru, they were like eating pizza together and they were doing the Nika dance together. I was like, that is off. I have never seen Kizaru in like a good mood. He always has like a sadistic smile, maybe, or just like, it's like his chill or his like, like his face like that. But there's a lot more character to him, I believe, because he did show like there's okay. This is I think this came from Sawyer Mage. Like he did like when Kizaru asked Sengoku, I believe, if he can like fire shots at just chase after Luffy and all that, and as well as the biggest thing. Okay, the biggest thing is he fed Luffy. So people were saying like he's like the delivery service. He fed Luffy because he was like flat on the ground. One scene when Luffy had no food, and the next scene Luffy is just eating unconscious, and Kizaru sitting like up like this. So actually, I'm not gonna lie. I really would like to see Kizaru go to Straw Hats, but that would just be so weird. What I think is gonna happen, actually, dude, I don't know what's gonna happen to Kizaru, dude. I think Kizaru will try to just like play low, but Saint Garcia will know what happens, and then that will ignite some kind of flame within that their power, as like a distrust between the Marines and the Gorosei as time goes on. But I'm not gonna lie, I kind of see Kizaru going after Kuma, just because Kuma has his power, and then Kizaru maybe he wants to like cover up what he did, so he might try to protect Saint Garcia or something like that. But dude, I've seen some theories and some good ones where he goes to Elbaf, like Kizaru goes to Elbaf with Luffy and all the other people, and I just thought, I don't know, just the way people said it, because with the whole justice thing that goes on between the three admirals, Akainu and Kizaru and Aokiji, like they all have their sense of justice, like different sense of justice, but it's kind of hard to say this, especially with fucking Akainu, but they're actually, this is kind of weird to say this, they're not evil. The only way I can say it easy for Kizaru now is because he didn't want to harm the sumo guy I forgot his name of and Joey Bonnie. But I think that's enough time me talking about One Piece. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just want to make it out of nowhere because the internet's out and it's 10 degrees outside. And I actually have power still, so yeah. Thanks for tuning in.